So, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic. That's known classic. This is episode number 2625 and Doubleshot 2519. I have an X-Men trade and another trade written by an X-Men writer. Yep. First we have is Legion of X, Volume 1 by Si Spurrier. Yes, this is one of the books pick up at Comic-Con. This collects the first 5 issues of this series. What is Legion of X? Well, it's a series where the group of characters called the Legionnaires, led by Legion. So, the book gets started off with Legion kind of interrupting a quiet council meeting to inform Warlock that his father has been murdered by Nimrod. And the reason why this happened, because, well, from his perspective is this. A child should be formed by the death of their parent. Also, their father. And that does basically, well, I kind of forgot he appeared here, so sorry about that. So, basically, the Legionnaires are the Krakoan police force. And throughout these issues, basically, we have these 5 members. We have Legion, we have Nightcrawler, we have Sage, who Nightcrawler sleeps with. Yes, he seriously has sex with her on a rock. We also have the Juggernaut. Yes, the Juggernaut here in his current form, including Pixie. Forget-Me-Not, Lost, and Fabian Cortez and Doc Nemesis. I'm like, not a bad idea to have a police force type of series. But it doesn't feel like a police procedural. Nope. I'd say X-Factor felt more like that than this book did. Oh yeah, and also, Legion is still with his girlfriend Blindfold. Yeah, Blindfold, they're still dating. Yeah, there's 3 laws of Krakoa. Make more mutants. We cannot and must not enforce doctrine of compensatory reproduction. The 5 are resurrecting dead mutants on an industrial scale, readying the genocide's past with the belief of thought and counsel. I believe the most intelligent application of this law, will leave it to it, is the verification protocol. Murder no man or woman or any other, obviously. Yeah, it's basically don't murder anybody who's not human. Respect the sacred land. The sacred land is not a place. The sacred land is a policy. The sacred land is mankind. Yeah, basically, it's a very simple rules. Yeah, Storm is here too. Our hero. Yeah, by the way, it's mentioned Legis will stay on Mars, but the thing is, he was only there just to inform Warlock about his father's death, Magnus. So there's some there's some giants in here. Yeah. Yeah, so Nightcrawler is basically still, and then we also have Mother Righteous. You're thinking, who's this? Yeah, she's from the event Sinister. This is also the event that caused Mr. Sinister to be expelled from Krakoa and was leading into the events of, well, what happened in the Hell Mark of 23 Yellow led to the Fall of X stuff. Yep, so, yeah. And also Banshee's here too. Yeah, he's here because they also mentioned what happened in the previous gala where Maureen McTaggart decided to basically wear his skin as basically a coat. Just to get in. She was that desperate. Yep. So the Mother Righteous gives him a brand new identity in this book, where he's like this other being. Also, Doctor Strange is here as well. Yep. This book is not bad per se. It's just lots of action. I mean, if it's supposed to be protecting if it's supposed to be police stuff, shouldn't it be, like a police procedural? Not really. But I do appreciate the idea of this series. And what do I mean by that? Well, the fact it continues the idea of Jonathan Hickman started giving all these X-Men, put them on particular teams they can be useful on. Yes. Now, this is the most recent series to feature Nightcrawler. The last series featured was Way of X, which I have not reviewed yet. And that book has a weird character. It's got the most bizarre power I've ever heard of. Where she can make her poop into ice cream. Yes, seriously. That's what the writer decided to do for that book. It was a short-lived title. But this book is a lot better than that. And I don't think it's on my Si Spurrier. Yeah, he wrote it, but I know some. It's weird to the fact that Nightcrawler goes wearing this classic Chris Claremont attire to this, where he's got a beard now. He's still a priest. Yeah, they still acknowledge the fact he's a priest, but he's more like a priest and exactly practices stuff here. But this book is a good start to it, and the book leads into Judgment Day. Yep. So a pretty good book. Give this book a 9 out of 10. By the way, the art's done by Joe. I think it's usually a couple different artists on here. We have just Jen Bazila. The cover is done by Deke Roan and Matthew Wilson. Since there's not much here, I'm going to also the color artist, Federico B. Letter is VC's Clayton Crowes. Yep. Pretty good stuff. There's still one more book left to go for that one. Yeah, it's a very short-lived title. It only lasted 9 issues. Really? Yes, really. I mean, it was like the most newest. I mean, they only launched this title just a couple years ago, and it lasted like a year, and it got canceled. Next, I'll go back to 2019, the event of War of the Realms. Excuse me. Nick, you said this book was written by an X-Men writer. Who wrote it? Well, the writer of the last novel release for X Factor, Leah Williams. Yep, she wrote this. Yep, we have War of the Realms, Giant Man, where it's simply put, basically, you have Scott Lang being recruited by Freya to kill the King of the Frost Giant for basically it's supposedly killing Loki. So you bring in Raz, the new Giant Man. They also bring the fact that him and his boyfriend broke up. Tom Foster, Bill Foster's nephew, and Eric Johnson Atlas. Now, Sky is here to look for his daughter, though they also find Carla Softa, aka Moonstone, wearing her 90s meteorite costume. This book is just pure fun. We even have all four. You have Scott Lang on giant size. First time I can think of the comics ever did this. I mean, I get the Earth deals, but Scott. Well, and it's just basically just a pure fun book, and it's a lot of good fighting. It's 4 people who can go giant size, and they fight frost giants. How is not cool of a concept to read for a book? I give the main miniseries 10 out of 10. They also collect material from War of the Realms, War Scrolls, and they also collect Astonishing X number 6. Why is Astonishing number 6 in here? Well, because that's basically when Castellani becomes Stinger first time. Stinger being her identity from the MC2 universe. Yep. Now, the story from War of the Realms, that's basically the stories they have here. It's like 3 stories in that one. You have Josh Trujillo, who does the writing for that one, 3 or 4. It's mostly the Warriors do what they're up to during the events of War of the Realms. Nice Shot Frank, it's written by Ram V, art by Kafu. This is what put Frank teaming up with Wolverine to take on Trolls. We have Chip Zdarsky and Joe Curtis doing the story with the Realms. Yeah. Yeah. It's mostly just people being attacked by a Dark Owl. Actually, that's the Flash one. Way Through the Realms. Yeah, because it's Chip Zdarsky. Guess who's here? Howard the Duck. Yep, it's a Howard the Duck story with Tamara. And also, it's mostly put them against people. And also, having Aunt May drive them there, which is so awesome. And can you believe, prior to the one show that came out recently for Howard the Duck, this story in here was the most recent story to feature Howard the Duck. Yeah, this book is awesome. I give this book roughly a 10 out of 10. Now, someone might be curious though, am I done reading War of the Realms? I'm checking right now, see if I am allowed, or if I'm missing something here. Huh. Hmm. I think in the case of War of the Realms Scrolls, I think I've covered that whole thing now. I think so. So, I'm looking at it right now. I think maybe the only book I haven't covered for War of the Realms is probably Champions. Yep, so I pretty much have covered just about everything. Yeah. And the Aftermath stuff, I've kind of covered pretty much everything for that too. But I think that the only thing left to cover is just Champions. Yeah, Champions. Giant Man was probably like the only like mini series left, but just basically Champions is all left to go for that book. This event here, but I mostly got it done, which is awesome. Yep. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much that particular review. Uh, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Do not hit the dislike button. Same thing for last video I forgot to mention there. Next up is Metal Heroes. Okay, next video. Bye.